Hi, welcome everyone to an episode of Pseudoscience. And today I'm going to tell you about the things that helped me recover from my depression and all kinds of mental health issues. So, although it started last September, I started writing down from 23rd 11 24. Right, I made this notebook. I was like, I'm going to do this, baby. So it was like that. So you need that determination. You need to have that will that no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. So you need to keep that in mind first, right? And then you need to put out the work. You have to, be it as small as writing down, right? So first, as I said, I was having physical problems from my mental issues, right? So stress, PCOS, PCOD, and I was vomiting, and all kinds of disorders were starting, right? To the point that I couldn't get out of bed. So here, what I did, I wrote down first what I'm going to do. My aim was to cure myself, cure my lifestyle disorder, cure my PCOD and PCOS, and I wrote not much, but 5 things that I would do is fix my sleeping and waking time, eat healthy stuff, and okay, I am a vegetarian. For me, healthy means taking Ayurvedic drinks, manage stress, and stuff like that. So yeah, do exercise, specifically yoga, and eat seeds, all kinds of nuts and stuff. So yeah, stop thinking about my problems and such as such. So these are the 6 stuff I wrote, right? And then it was 26/11/24. I wrote this, right? And this is very important because this is more important than the other timetables and everything we follow, because here I was determined that I am going to imagine what my mindset is going to be like, and I wrote that down, right? So first of all, you want to have that lifestyle, right? You have to imagine what kind of lifestyle you want. And honestly, it's not 100% right now. Like, I can't say I am 100% living that lifestyle, but I am like so close to it, so slow, so close to it. Like, I am like, although I don't have all the means to live what I have imagined, but I am near that. So I'm so grateful. So first of all, you want that lifestyle. You have to work hard regardless how you feel. That's what I wrote, like every day. It was so important to have to work, even as simple as writing one line down that I want this or I need to do this. Be it cooking, as simple as cooking a simple food for yourself, taking bath and clean yourself like you meant it. Like when you take a bath, imagine in your head that you're cleaning all the internal dirt away, not only your external but internal as well. So regardless how you feel, let's say you don't want to feel like taking a bath, it's too cold, or you are just too feeling so depressed and sad that you're cocooned in your bed, but regardless how you feel, you're going to do it. So that's the first thing you need to do. It's okay to feel, you're allowed to feel. However, whatever you feel, work through it, feel it, and work through it. Because maybe someone out there with the same goals as you are working 100 times more than you and me, and many people I know, are closer to build and snatch your dream from you because you're being lazy. Get your shit together. You're doing this for your future self. Rise like the sun. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. That was my first mindset. Like, that's what it is. Like you can see it, right? So yeah, I am sharing my diary. It's so weird. I have never done this before. I wrote diaries and entries my whole life, but this is the first time I'm sharing something like this. Although I used to write diaries, but it stopped like in 10th grade or something, because after that I burned one diary because I don't know, it was too personal and I didn't wanted anyone to read it. But now here I'm sharing this on internet. Okay, such a weird course of time, but yeah, it is important. Look, first of all, you are responsible for your actions, and that is 100% true. Whatever you do, think, say, you are 100% responsible for your actions. So you are responsible for the version of yourself in your head, your reality. You make your reality every day. Each day you wake up, you chose a reality, you chose the, you know, starting point of your life. Every day it's like a rebirth. Every day is a new gaming starting point. And the best thing about life is it gives you chance. It gives you chance no matter how hard it is. As long as you're alive, you can make it, you can do it. So the amount of self-love you will have to show, how much you're willing to show up for yourself. So love here, you are going to love yourself first, and love means you're going to show up. Your words are going to match your actions. The details, the small tiny details, you're going to show yourself, right? So that was it. This was like what you have to do. You have to do it. There is no other choice, right? Self love is the highest, discipline is the highest form of self love. If self love is the highest, then discipline is the higher than self love. Like it is the highest form of self love. Honestly, living till now and this past year has taught me so many things. And one of the biggest hurdle I still face is living the same day every day. It's never the same. Even like a tiny thing changes, and I know I see it. It's never the same, but discipline comes from living the same life every day. So that is a very, very hard part for me personally, because I want to live the same day every day, right? But it's not like that. It doesn't happen like that, to be honest, to be very honest. And as I said before, homeopathy was my medicine. My spiritual growth was to devoted to Krishna. And here I wrote about him as well. I'm not going to share it because it's personal. It's way too personal. It's not something bad, but just like a prayer. So yeah, and I wrote this like you know what? It is actually effortless to love yourself. That's what I wrote. The path to laziness has only one outcome: regret. So yeah, stop thinking negative stuff. I even wrote this negative stuff down that I was thinking in my head actually. So it's I know it's not easy. I have faced it. It was like, what are you talking about? I don't have control over thinking about this negative stuff. What you are going to do is learn the art of ignorance. It is the most beautiful thing in the world is ignorance. You have to learn to ignore not only your negative part and focus on the positive, right? Let's say that you're thinking of doing something positive, such as, okay, I'm going to rub myself clean out of all the dirt. I haven't taken a bath in months or weeks, whatever it is. And your mind says, oh, but you have dirt inside. How you're going to clean that. So it's better you don't take a bath. Ignore that. Do it regardless. Do it. Do something positive that you consider positive. It is very important to define what you consider positive. You can take and see what is positive around. Positivity for me is all the good stuff that I like to hear, such as, if someone tells me that I am looking good, it's a positive thing. So I tell myself I look good. So it's a positive thing. So whatever that is I like, that is a positive thing for me. And whatever I dislike is a negative thing for me. We don't understand what is wrong and what is right, what is positive and negative. First of all, I didn't understand that, which is very important to understand, that we are confused, like what is positive, what is negative, right? We can do anything as human beings. So why are we defining what's positive and what's negative? Like, because people are breaking barriers here, there is nothing bad. No, bad exists, evil exists. It's as true as God is as true as me and you and our existence. So it does exist, honestly. And you're going to do positive things. I was watching this reel recently in Instagram, and this guy explained that whatever sense you're attracted to is what your power is. Like, he said that if someone likes to smoke a lot, it means you have a powerful voice which can change people's life, right? Your voice has that power. Your voice is magical, and evil is trying to take control and destroy that positiveness in you by making you a smoker, right? You're attracted to it, and you give in one, you give in twice, thrice, and it goes on, and you become an addict, and you destroy your most beautiful thing, your voice. So yeah, things like that. I've seen a lot of good singers, a lot of singers I looked up to become chronic smokers. So I believe what he said is very true. And he said a lot of other stuff also, which I might share the link down below. You can see it yourself. But if I find it, of course, I don't know where it got lost in the algorithm. But yeah, the other thing you're going to do is a very good exercise is you're going to imagine yourself in 5 years with details. Like, honey, you're not here to play games. You're going to plan out every detail. Look, your everyday life is not going to play out according to details. But look, let's say you have detailed out your today, and if you can follow one thing today, it's good. Try to follow another one thing the next day, and follow one thing every day for a week. Then the next week, follow two things every day, right? Out of that detailed list that you have created for yourself to do every day. It can be making a healthy breakfast every day for 7 days. It can be as simple as that, or drinking 2 liters of water every day with saying something positive, such as I love myself and stuff like that. So, yeah, it doesn't have to take a lot of energy, or like, oh, I'm going to run 10 kilometers today. No, it doesn't have to be that complicated. It can be as simple as drinking 2 liters of water every day with saying something positive, right? So you're going to imagine your next 5 years, you're like that. You're going to imagine your future. It's very necessary that you start with imagination. Your imagination will consist of positive words, everything good, everything good, and then it's going to have emotion, right? So when you see something you wanted for a long time, that kind of feeling that you're feeling, when you imagine, feel that, imagine that emotion. And of course, imagination, words, positive words, set of positive words, imagination and feeling, these three are very important. Your feeling is the energy that will put you into that positive drive. So that's what it is going to be. So follow those three things, very important three things, right? And I wrote something such as these are stuff I wrote from YouTube especially. These are like lazy girl hacks, and make it enjoyable, remove all distractions, and the key to discipline and everything, you know, how I'm going to achieve that, the micro steps is basically what I said, breaking down your 5 year plans into daily, weekly, monthly, yearly pattern. Just make it. And it's very important that you write it down. You use a pen and paper to write it down. That's the very first step. And yeah, I will share the later steps later as we progress. But follow this, and then, right, like I made this weekly plan instead of yearly plan, right? I made such a study for 4 hours every day, right? Then do video diary and review it. I made video diary for a whole year, and now I'm making it again, but with the intention to post it. This time I'm not going to review it, I'm just going to post it for the world to see, whatever. So I made that video diary. I used to do that for a year almost, and review it and see how my voice sounds like to me, how I talk, my expressions, my hand gestures. I will judge myself to the tiniest details. I did that. I judged myself a lot the past year, and I will just be quiet and see. I won't talk much. I was like a very, very talkative person, and now I'm like quiet. Like I used to talk about random and useless stuff a lot, and now I haven't been able to like perfect my talking, but rather than anything else, I talk with some determination now. So that is, I read Bhagavad Gita 30 minutes every, it's like 2 3 slokas every day. So yeah, that is it. And vipassana and chanting, which I mentioned before, as well as I was taking my medicine. This was what I made weekly planned, and then I make daily, right? I was on my periods, so no yoga. That. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. Go. I wrote this, okay, first of all. At max, I followed it one day. Then I didn't follow it for weeks, and then again after weeks, I followed it one day, and like that, it all started. But then I was following it every day, like waking up at 6 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 a.m., and going to the roof and looking at the sun and praying and eating fruits, and taking bath with, like, Rita. I guess a lot of people don't know about Rita. Rita is very good for your hair, right? Then, yeah, doing my stuff, like I had some work, uh, which I mentioned down here. Then study, then do my riwaz. Riwaz is a thing classical singers are supposed to do, which I don't. So yeah, there it is. Then do video review, read Gita, Vipassana, chanting, and that was my simple daily routine, right? Cook, eat, bath, right? And I mentioned specific time for them, although it wasn't possible for me to follow it every day, but I tried to do it. And now here are the changes you can see after a year. I should have, like, if anytime in future, if I can, I will post my past videos in which I was literally crying, right? The first video I made was me talking about all my problems, and I was crying in it, like hopelessly, desperately. That's what I did. And you can actually. And I was laughing at myself when I was reviewing that video. I was like, oh, she looks so stupid crying. So you can do that. It's a fun activity. You can judge the hell out of yourself and then learn to love yourself slowly. So yeah, do it, try it, go on. And I would mention that homeopathy helped me a lot on this journey. So I would recommend go find a good homeopath doctor. It will change your life. So yeah, bye bye. That's enough for today.